Welcome to the Fringe News Bigfoot Update for the week of February 10th, 2014. There's a whole bunch of great stories to get to this week, so let's kick it off, shall we? Up first tonight is the Bigfoot video of the week. Seems we just can't get rid of this Marc Anders guy. It seems he'll fall for just about anything. This time we see this really bad suit in Kansas. At least that's where he thinks it is. I'm pretty sure this is the same suit from California and Texas, which means the guy that's sending him these pictures probably just found another hill on his property to shoot from and call it another location. I'm sure he's doing it for the YouTube hits, but maybe, just maybe, he really is that damn dumb. Either way, I'll keep an eye on this garbage for you. Check out the YouTube for the video. Now, did you know that Bigfoot was recognized back in 1974 as an animal to watch by the Army Corps of Engineers? This page from the field manual really tells the tale. As being an old Army man myself, they don't just put stuff like this in Army manuals for shits and giggles. After years of attempting to get the government to acknowledge their existence, it may just be a moot point. Thanks to Cryptomundo.com for the source info. And it seems Dr. Ketchum was on the warpath once again last night, still crying over how she isn't being treated fairly, and still standing by her DNA work in the Sasquatch arena. Here we are, another year later, and not one credible scientist has come forward and agreed with Dr. Ketchum. That is a little food for thought, isn't it? Photo credit to Facebook. Now this video is enough to start baking your noodle. Winona Alexis and her group took a roundtable presentation of stick structures and glyphs and just how Bigfoot may be using an ancient language to communicate with the markings left behind. This conversation was very interesting, and I can't say it swayed me from deadfall or other options, but it was definitely food for thought. Check out YouTube for that video as well. Now, here's a great pic posted in the Coalition for Science Bigfoot page by Stephen Stufert, the owner of Bigfoot Books. He was in attendance at the Bigfoot art exhibit hosted by Ink People in Eureka, California for the month of February. Looks like a ton of fun, so if you're up that way, be sure to stop in and see what it's all about. Photo credit again goes to Facebook groups.
You said he was only true in fairy tales. You call me nuts and all were mocking me.
Yeah, you're hearing that right. Someone took a page right out of the Reverend Jeff playbook. It's Squatch Mouth with I'm a Believer, Bigfoot edition. Michael Gordon helped put this little number together, and I just had to give it 2 thumbs up. So check out his YouTube channel at youtube.com/MrMikeyG97 and listen to the whole music video.
The Sasquatch, I searched inside him and I almost caught him in the woods.
Now to continue on with the fun stuff, it seems the Dickhead Dyer Tour is heading to Phoenix. Yep, that was the last I heard. They're shopping for a venue in Arizona to host a good old Hank sideshow, and this time we get a little more info on just what it's going to cost to view what I'm deeming Hank, the fursuit Bigfoot analog. As reported by WBTV.com, it's going to run $10 for adults and $5 for the kiddies to get a chance to view Hank behind his protective glass while going through the trailer. Sideshow attraction at their finest. Hey Dick, if you haven't thought about it yet, how much are the I Saw Hank Live t-shirts going to run? As I'm sure you want to bilk every hard-earned penny you can out of those that come to the show, so check out WBTV.com for the story. And the guys over at the Fortean Slip are at it again. Chris, Matt, and Steve are proud to bring you episode 22, The Peckerhead and the Round Table. In this episode, Chris and his merry band of men discuss the legalization of industrial hemp, Chupacabras in Texas, strange calls into the police in England, and a retired astrobiologist present evidence of extraterrestrial life. This webcast is uncensored for your pleasure. Click over to youtube.com/theforteanslip to check it out. And don't forget to check out this week's Inspired by Bigfoot, hosted by Bill Lee. The man we've all been waiting to hear finally hits the airwaves. Mike Patterson of Sasquatch, Ontario. This Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, Bill will have the opportunity to ask the hard questions we'd all like to hear the answers to and get into some of the investigation work that's going on up there in Canada. Will it change your mind on his evidence? Check out Sasquatch, Ontario on inspiredbybigfoot.wq4radio.com tomorrow night. And just a couple of housekeeping announcements this week. First, Don't miss the latest release of Real Bigfoot Encounters, Squatch Watching. This week's story comes to us from many famous sightings in Skamania County, Washington, in the shadows of Mount St. Helens. Researchers have a run-in with something they can't explain. You can check those out on youtube.com/Bigfoot Evidence, or look for the playlist right here on my channel homepage. And finally, this week's podcast is special day and time, Tuesday, February 11th at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, and for you UK folks, that is Wednesday morning at 4 a.m. London time. Come join David and I as we welcome one of Spike TV's $10 million Bigfoot bounty finalists, Stacy Brown Jr., and we're going to discuss his Skunkgate thermal video and just what the hell is a skunkgate. Now, we'll see some behind-the-scenes details of what you wanted to know about Bigfoot bounty, so check it out right here on youtube.com/SLoungePodcast. Thanks for joining me for the Fringe News Bigfoot Update Season 2, Episode 6. I'm Reverend Jeff, and may the Squatch be with you.